Required listening with Amazon Music.
Dad music again?
The greatest guitarist of all time.
Wait, who?
Alexa, add this song to a new playlist.
Sure, what's the new playlist name?
Jack's Intro to Classic Rock.
Adding Stepping Stone by Jimi Hendrix to Jack's Intro to Classic Rock playlist.
Amazon Music, the simplest way to listen to the music you and soon he will love. New customers start your 30-day free trial at amazonmusic.com. Renews automatically, cancel anytime.
Blog Talk Radio.
If my name were a gift, call upon saying, would you give to me the pleasure of a big affair? If my heart were a blessing, gently hold saying, would you give to me peace of the love and joy? My eyes were a heaven, and tenderly kiss them. Would you give to me eternity of your soul to me? If my spirit were a freedom, make love to me, would you give to me the totality of you within me? If my gift were a diamond, cherished the same, would you give to me to know of appreciation of me? If my love for unique forever embraces me, would you give to me the richest of simplicity for us? If my name were a gift, and call upon the same, would you give to me eternal happiness with you within me?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Off the Chain. I'm your host, Yvonne Mason, and I am going to tell you this is absolutely a fantastic Saturday night. Yes, it's raining cats and dogs and small children down here, but it doesn't matter. And the reason it doesn't matter is because I have one of my favorite people in the entire world on the show. I haven't had her on the show in a long time, and I have missed her. She makes me happy. I know, I have to create my own happiness. She enhances my happiness. That being said, before we get to her, the song you just heard, Would You, was written by her and performed by someone else. Didn't know she was writing music now until I did my normal deep dive, because she didn't tell me. We will get to her in a minute. I have to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this show is not even 2 years old. Y'all know, those of y'all that have been with me since day one know this show is working on its second year. Won't be 2 years old until the end of July. That being said, because this is not my show, it is your show, ladies and gentlemen. You, the listener, my guest, it belongs to y'all. I just facilitate it. We have reached a new milestone just on this show. We are at 117,752 listeners. You can't, it just blows my mind. I can't wrap my head around it. When we add all the podcasts, we're running about 150,000 listeners in 200-plus countries. Now, the show's heard on iTunes and YouTube and FM.com, TuneIn Radio, iHeartRadio, Podcast.com, Podcast Garden, Spreaker, SoundCloud, places I don't even put it up on. Somebody else does. And, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the lineup to go live on Spotify. That is because of all of y'all. Reader, listener, guest, I am so humbled and so grateful Now, that being said, there's two ways to get on the show. You can, if you want to come on as a guest, you can come on as a guest. If you want to do an ad because you're kind of afraid to talk in front of 200,000 people, that's okay too. Contact me at offthechainradio@yahoo.com, and I will tell you what you need to do. Now, two of the ladies that have been with me since the beginning, and ladies and gentlemen, when I run ads, I don't do it to get rich. For $10, I'll run your ad for 30 days. If I have to cancel a show because all of y'all know the health of my husband and it is deteriorating, I just roll you over. You're going to get your $10 worth and more. And two of the ladies that have been with me for a long time, and I absolutely adore them, I'm going to start the show off with their ad, and then we'll get into the show. I have a friend, CeCe Chamberlain, and my guest tonight will appreciate this woman. She has a podcast called Inside Your Life with CeCe, which is a motivational, passionate conversation. CeCe interviews people who are living their true purpose, whether it's a professional boxer, an author, a history enthusiast, garbage collector, whatever. She strives to give one hope for a brighter day with her inspirational words. Download, subscribe, and listen as CeCe guides you to pursue your dreams and for you to live the best life possible. This wonderful, wonderful show, which I have been on, is available on podcast.com, iTunes, Google Play, and everywhere podcasts are available. My next ad is an author, Diane Moat. She's been on the show a couple of times, and because of the ads for this show, she went number one in Australia with her Sam Holden series. Just blew me away. And this is what her books are about. The second in the series is called Dogfight, and it goes like this. Wherever a helpless animal whimpers in the dark or wherever the system fails to protect said animal, she'll be there, and she is not giving up anytime soon, so you've been warned. When Sam Holden receives the tip about a brutal dogfighting ring, she embarks on some of her most dangerous acts of vigilantism yet. The monster known as the puppeteer circles Sam's world as she unknowingly circles his. While they chase each other, will Sam put those she loves most in harm's way in order to break up the ring? With time running out and animals in need, the dangerous life Sam's created begins to eclipse any other life she could ever lead. So buy Diane's latest book and the Sam Holden series, Dogfight. And if you haven't read How the Journey Started, you can also pick up Doggone by Diane Moat. They are both on Kindle. Now, tonight's guest. Oh, this is so exciting. And I have to give you a little backstory. Before my guest even called in, right as I popped the show up, I had a caller call in, and she was just scrolling through, and she found the show, and she called in because she wants this guest to do a reading for her, which Deborah can do. So let's get on with tonight's show. Deborah Simpson. She is a psychic, an author, a clairvoyant, an empath. Now she writes music. The song you just heard, she wrote. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. She is also a reverend doctor. She is the owner of Spirit Cove, LLC. She is a psychic medium and an energy healer and has been since she was a wee child. She is a Clairaudient, which I probably have destroyed that word, which means clear hearing, a clairsentient, which means clear feeling, and clairvoyant, which means clear seeing. She is also highly proficient in psychometry. See, I can't talk tonight. I'm so excited. She has channeled since the age of 9 and is a published author of automatic writing and prophecy. She has been providing professional psychic medium readings for more than 20 years and has aided in numerous paranormal investigations, both in commercial and residential settings, as well as aided in missing persons investigations. This is another reason I love her. Deborah is a masterful authority regarding psychic work and experiences. As a medium, she bridges the gap between you and the departed. Her psychic readings are direct, validating, and enlightening, giving you a deeper understanding of your life's journey through the past, present, and into the future. She works with her guides to give you peace of mind and fortitude. The information you will receive is intricate and detailed and will provide you with answers and new perspectives for your life so that your steps lead you in positive directions. Reverend Deborah has been described as the poet of our generation with a critically acclaimed, unique writing style. Her verse has been scrupulously, still can't talk, compared to our celebrated greats of yore. If you love the works of Keats, Shelley, Poe, Dickinson, E.E. Cummings, and Hemingway, Deborah's work is sure to captivate your literary senses. Her metaphysical works have been compared to such famous psychics as Edgar Cayce and Nostradamus, and I love her. She is fantastic. And the caller, her name is Lori, and she just friended me, and we just come full circle. Welcome, Deborah. Welcome, Lori. Thank y'all both for being here.
Thank you, Yvonne. I love being here and miss you.
Well, I miss you, my darling girl. It has been way too long. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before the show went live, I was going to tell Lori how long Deborah and I have known each other. It seems like we've known each other forever, even though technically it's only been about 11 years. She was part of the gang of us that got screwed and not even kissed by a publisher. But this gang of us have stayed close all these years. And she is a severe blessing in my life because I can always feel her energy come through when I need it the most. You do know that, right?
Oh, yeah, and same for you. I always feel you over there. Yep, always.
And even when I deep dive, you right.
Yeah. Yep. I know it. Oh, my God. I can't believe all you've been through all these years, right? Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
Well, it's just, it is life. We just plod along and get rid of the negative energy in our life and understand that God has a greater purpose. He has the big plan, and we're really not in control, even though we want to fool ourselves into thinking we are.
Yeah, you got it. You're right. Absolutely.
So, Deborah is going to, I want Miss Laura, if she will, to stay with us tonight because she's got other questions for Deborah. But to start this show off with a bang, other than your wonderful music, which we're going to get into, I'm going to turn this show over to you so that you can talk with Lori without being impeded and do her reading for her because I know she's excited. Anybody that calls in before the show goes up has to be excited.
Yep. I can't do a full-blown one, but I can answer a question or two.
Okay, Miss Lori, it's you and Deborah.
Thank you so much, Yvonne. Hi, Deborah.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Hi, Lori. Okay. What's your month and day of birth?
October 1st.
Okay. And what was your general question?
I would like to know what you see for me around a job. I've been trying to get a job for a while, and yesterday I had a disappointment because the woman hired somebody else that she used to work with, and I didn't get the job. So I've been putting out resumes, and I'm running out of money, so I'm anxious to get a job.
Oh, I don't blame you. Well, aside from a job, which I'm going to focus on, it takes me a little bit to focus, so and I don't want to, hold up the show with dead air. So actually before, I was trying to focus a little bit, and you have a lot of challenging situations going on. And the situations are, besides the job, I'm not talking about the job issue, but you have other kind of challenging situations. And not that that's an impediment to getting a job, because it's certainly not. But a job would help you with all these situations that you're dealing with. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because they're very challenging. In terms of a job, yes, you are going to get a job. However, the jobs you're looking for, you should be looking for more of a career-oriented job, because I feel like the jobs you're looking for are jobs. Like if so, and I'm making this up because I don't really know specifically, but if you oh my God, I need a job, let me go play I don't know. Over here we have a Wawa. a 7-Eleven. You know what I mean? Like a convenience store. Or a food store. You know, it's something to get a job. You know what I'm saying? And not that you're applying to that, you know, a food store per se, but where you're applying to should be a career-minded place. Do you know what I'm saying?
I have been. I
okay.
have been for those. Yeah.
Okay. You have
the
been
job
applying to
yesterday
career?
that I lost out was a career position, and I didn't get it.
Okay. All right. So you are doing that. Perfect. You're going to get a job, okay, and it is going to be in a career-oriented field. Let's see. I'm sitting here trying to like pick up a timeline, and while I'm sitting here thinking, I get literally the number 8. And for me, when I get numbers, that like signify some sort of timeline, you know, like 8 days, 8 months, you know, or the 8th month. I'm feeling like in your case, 8 is kind of around August. Like that's what it feels like. But there's definitely a number 8 on it. Maybe 8 days. You know what I'm saying? But there's an 8 on it. But it should be before August.
8 days because I literally have run out of money.
Well,
I have enough for next month, and then I don't know what to do after that. I've been trying to get a job.
Keep applying. I feel like you're going to be meeting with a woman, so it's going to be a woman who you're meeting with, and a woman that ultimately hires you.
Do you think I'll have to move long distance for the you know, like would I have to make a physical move, or would I be able to commute?
No, I don't get you moving. It feels more like a commute. I don't see you packing. I don't see you leaving.
Deborah, do
There's
you
no
think
packing.
it's a permanent full-time position or more like a contract? Because I do a lot of contracts, too, when I'm working. It's been a long while.
See, well, that's what I'm saying. Like a contract job, that's not like really a career thing. That's a contract. You know what I'm saying? And a contract can either be, what do you call it? You know what I'm trying to say. They can either like extend your contract or like at the end just cancel it, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
exactly. So that would be right in line with what I was saying before, okay? About like a career. You know what I'm saying? That right there.
Yeah.
So stay away from the contract positions. That to me feels like what I was telling you before about like, you know, I was trying to make an example about like a food store or something. That contract stuff feels to me like that temporary job kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So stay away from the contract jobs. You just answered that question. You just like completely like, bam, put that into perspective. Right?
Well,
you
so
did, right?
yesterday was a permanent full-time opportunity. I thought that was going to work out for me. Are they giving it, like I have applied for a job in Delaware, and I applied for a job in New Jersey where they want me to work part-time in New Jersey and part-time in New York. And that's with an insurance company. And I'm just wondering if you, like, I've been talking to recruiters, and I don't know. What do you see? Because I gotta work. Even if it's a contract, I'll take it because I need to pay my bills.
If you get the contract, take it. But that's not what I'm seeing. Listen, does the word that sounds like, it sounds like myrtle. Is there pharmaceutical in here somewhere? Is there something to do with? Okay. Are you looking at that company for anything?
So let me give you a lowdown on that. I interviewed with 3 people, 3 women.
At Merck?
Well, at a consulting company that is in negotiations with Merck.
Okay.
And one of the women I interviewed with, she would be the one making the decision. Her name is Monica.
Hello. Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
Did that not give you an answer? Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
And then there's another woman named Angela, and I interviewed with her, and so there was an Angela, Monica, and then there was a woman named Sandra. She only stayed a short time, Sandra, in the meeting. The other two stayed behind. But in the meantime, I was trying to follow up and find out what was going on, and they told me that it was going to be a lot longer in the process trying to get this resolved and everything. So I told her that I was going to be looking at other opportunities and that I would check back with her. So I literally sent Angela an email on Thursday, I believe, telling her that I'm still available for this position if they're interested. So I'm hoping to hear from Angela on Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm hoping she'll get back to me. Do you see that happening?
Well, I'll tell you this. I did tell you that it would be a woman, right? I felt like it was a female who's going to give you the yes, right? I did pick up that name. That's Myrrh. Right?
Myrrh, yeah, you did.
Right? I mean, I can't pull that out of, the sky. I'll be nice because it's Yvonne's radio show.
Long-term, but that's a contract, but it's still a very good long-term situation where I would be kind of fixated there for a good while. So like I said, contracts, can be, what do you call it? Redone. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to end. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that it matches up with what I got, it feels like to me that's the one, and that would make sense because of the number 8 too. Within 8 days, right? It could be in 8 days. That would put me next week. That would be great. I'm praying for that. Thank you so much, Deborah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Listen, I would love to know what happens. Tell Yvonne, and then Yvonne can message me, because I'd love to know what happens with this.
I will. Hey, can I ask you one more question?
Go ahead, one more.
Do you see anything around romance at all down the road? And if you don't, that's okay. I'm just curious.
That's going to come after you handle the situations that you have sitting in front of you, because they're challenging. And like I told you in the beginning, I saw the challenging situations, okay? So once those are handled and everything gets put into place, then you're in a better position to go ahead and meet someone. Right now, I mean, like right this second,
no, I know.
And, you know what I'm saying? Because there's too much,
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm talking to you and I'm getting a name. But I'm not going to tell you the name. And I'm going to tell you why, and I'll tell you the name.
For the name, right? But, I know.
Yes, 1,000%, yeah. So I've learned over the years, nope, I'm not giving you any names. But I will tell you that I feel like he's of the Italian nature. There's some like Italian in
meeting him through work, do you think, or somewhere outside of work?
That I can't tell you, but he's Italian. He's got like a tan looking. He looks like he's suntanned, Got that dark European look to him, you know what I mean? So I'm presuming some kind of Italian. And he's well dressed. Actually very kind of sharp looking.
Very nice, very nice. I'll have to get my act together.
Well, that's it, girl.
Yep. Yeah.
So see, ladies and gentlemen, you never know what's going to happen on this show. It's absolutely amazing. What I want to do, Deborah, is run 3 quick ads, because the 3 of us are going to cram so much into the time we have left. Thank you, my darling, for doing that for her. You are the best. I'm going to tell you what. I just
picked up right on that. That's amazing.
She's amazing. So hang on. This is Off the Chain with your host, Yvonne Mason, and my guest, author, psychic, empath, you name it, this woman's got it, Deborah Simpson, and our caller, Lori, is with us, so hang on and we'll be right back.
Do you have cougars on your porch swing? Our horse is your new best friend. Do your nicest shoes get buried knee-deep in snow as your toes turn blue? Are you bothered by wolves at your woodpile? No, not that kind of wolf. Join wildlife artist and author Nancy Quinn and her family as they discover an exciting new life in Go West, Young Woman, a true Montana adventure. Available online and in bookstores. Or visit QuinnWildlifeArt.com for a personalized signed copy. Critics agree, it's a hoot.
Hi, this is Winona
and Jade inviting you to join us
and our wonderful guests on the And I Thought Women's Cave podcast
on Blog Talk Radio to learn more about our books, the And I Thought series, and
the Misfit Guides. They're available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNobles.com.
Or just to see what your ladies are up to, you can find all of that out on www.andwethought.com.
So peace and love from Winona
and Jade and our books.
Girl,
You're so
silly.
You silly.
Remember,
did you write that? That's funny.
Remember to visit us at andwethought.com.
Former Boston PD Captain Stanford Carter and his wife, forensic scientist Jill Seacrest, have decided to move to the Big Apple to accept positions with the New York branch of the FBI. Rookie agent Shania Deeprose completes the trinity as they collide head-on with raging and rampant social, political, and economic unrest amid a string of murders that seem unrelated and may be serial, copycat, thrill, or hate-driven. As they struggle to understand the mind and thought process of the orchestrators, killers, and victims, the team begins to wonder who's who. The line between black and white, superior and subordinate, right and wrong, and good and evil disappears as they are forced to reevaluate their own thoughts, feelings, and philosophies. Ultimately, every character must come to their own conclusions to these questions. Is justice ever more important than the law? Is playing God justifiable if it's for the greater good of all? Come along for the ride to see if Agent Carter will decide to stick to being a hunter or become judge, jury, and executioner instead. Find the answers to these questions when you read the new book, The Killing Collective. The Killing Collective is a character-driven story with big characters with depth. They're soul-searching in addition to the biggest case of the agents' careers. The Killing Collective, available on Amazon in both Kindle and paperback editions. Order your copy today.
And we are back with Off the Chain. I'm your host, Yvonne Mason, with my guest, the amazing, and that's not even a strong enough word, Deborah Simpson. She's an author, she's a psychic, she's an empath, she is a reverend. You name it, this girl does it. She writes music, she writes books, she writes poetry, she writes prophecy. She also has her own metaphysical store called the Spirit Cove, which we will talk about. But first, I want to know, Deborah, my darling friend, how you got into writing music, and I didn't know about it.
Because it's not public yet. It was just a little post on Facebook. I just I've been with somebody now for a while, and he plays guitar, so I've been like, why can't I pick up an instrument, right? So I wanted to learn the guitar because I always wanted to, and I said, okay, so I'm teaching myself guitar. I found a cool website. I'm all for it. And then I have all these poems, and I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to turn them into lyrics. So so I've been turning old stuff into lyrics and coming up with chords and creating my own music, and I'm not ready to...
It's amazing. And whether you're ready or not, it's out there because this old witch just put it out there.
It's out there, yep. And, and of course, I have to sing my own song, so I'm not ready to put my voice out there yet, But I'm having a blast. I record it on my phone. I record my riffs on my phone. I'm having a blast. And creating my lyrics. I'm actually doing a lot of rhyming now. So I'm having a blast. It's fun.
Well, what people, for the most part, don't understand is poetry music is nothing but poetry put to chords. Songs are nothing but poetry. And when I found that today, I went, oh, no, she didn't. And yes, she did.
It's just, you know what? It's a new level. I recently was talking to my girlfriend about it. I was saying, you know what? For me, playing guitar, it's like writing poetry and putting it on crack. You know, it's like, oh my gosh, I could put music to this. You know, and so it's so exciting. Yeah, it's really fun.
And that just reiterates what I say at the end of every show. That if you want to achieve greatness, stop asking permission, because nobody's going to give it to you, and that you can do anything you want to do if you want to do it bad enough. And to have tried it and it not worked out, you didn't fail. You succeeded because you put your heart and soul and effort into it. And in your case, good Lord, child, I don't think there's anything you can't do.
I tell everybody there's nothing that you can't do. The only thing that you can do is say the word can't. And if you say the word can't, you're never going to do it.
Because you're undefeated.
Exactly. And when all the doors shut in your face, you know this, Yvonne Liz, when all the doors shut in your face, there's going to be one that opens. So keep knocking. Keep doing it.
Either that or I just kick them down. I don't care.
Yeah, well, in your case, yeah. You know. Oh, yeah.
take my little size 5.5 boots and just kick them down and say I'm coming through. And that brings me back to Lori. While I was listening to you read, Lori, my mind, and I was very, very quiet, but the vibes that I was picking up. And Lori, if you stay around me long enough, Deborah will tell you I'm brutally honest. I can't help it because I want people to succeed. And what I hear in your voice is you're trying so hard to become successful that you've forgotten you already are.
Aww.
So when you go and you interview for those jobs, you walk in that door and you sit down and you own it. You own that job before you ever start the interview. You own it. You make it yours because that's when you will get hired. You have to go in self-confident, and you have to go in with your head up, and you have to go in with your back straight, and you have to tell them, this is my job, and this is why. Am I right, Deborah?
Absolutely. Get rid of the self-doubt and get rid of the, oh, my God, am I going to get this job? You know, and one thing that and of course, you know, it doesn't require a psychic reading for it, but one of the things that you mentioned was, you know, that you had mentioned to this company that you were going to continue to look. That, I think that, right, don't say that when you're interviewing, because then I think to an employer, because I own a business, so I am technically an employer, and if somebody, like, were to come across and say that to me, I'll be like, well, okay, well, then nix them off the list, and we'll go with the other ones that are interested. You know what I mean?
So if you continue to look, that's fine, but keep it on the down low, because you want to keep going back to this employer. If you really like the prospect of this job and those people, and you blended with them in the interview, you want to keep going back to them and saying, okay, I'm checking again. I'm really interested. I'm still interested. I'm checking again. And before you know it, Lori, those people will get so sick and tired of you checking in, they'll hire you. Right, Deborah?
Yes, but don't do an overkill.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. No overkill, because they'll be like, oh my God, you know. Yeah.
No more than 3 times a month. Like 3 times a week.
Yeah. Once a week. Hello, remember me? Hello.
I'm still here.
Yeah. Still waiting on you.
Now, Lori wanted to know about Spirit Cove because she loves crystals. So I want you to tell her and our listening audience about this wonderful metaphysical shop, or shops now. I think you have more than one that you've got going on.
Well, I currently have 2 stores. I have 2 locations. I have a LLC. The name of the store is Spirit Cove. We have a store in Manalapan, New Jersey, inside of the Englishtown auction. It's in the red building. And then I have a full-time brick-and-mortar store, and it's located in Asbury Park. And the store merchandise is we deal in a lot of crystals and stones. We promote the metaphysical properties of them. So if somebody's coming in and they're looking for something specific, like for instance, like amethyst is a well-known stone. It helps with people in recovery from addictions. So like for instance, if somebody was looking for a stone for that particular purpose, we would recommend the amethyst. We also teach people how to connect with crystals. So when you're in the store, we put them out, you play with them. It's a hands-on kind of thing, because you're not going to connect with every rock, every crystal. So we show you how to connect. If you're not connecting with one, well, okay, that's not for you. So we teach you how to connect, how to feel them, how to work with the energies. And the rest of the, we have a lot of different merchandise as well. I mean, we have meditational CDs. We have, Native American stuff. We have a lot of awesome consigned stuff from local artists. So they make jewelry, they make candles, they make all kinds of things. So we love displaying, the local people there, and we sell their stuff for them. But it's all awesome stuff. We do a lot of events at the store as well, like a free drumming circle. We actually have once a month, and psychic fairs and meditations, all kinds of fun stuff. And we also do book signings. So if anybody's an author in town, you want to set up a book signing, we do that too. And we have a lot of smudge supplies. We have a wall of herbs. I can't even tell you. It's a wall full of, anything you can want. And we teach you how to do it. We teach you how to do stuff. We have jewelry, all kinds of stuff, Yvonne. Just all kinds
and
of
stuff. And if I ever get back up to New Jersey, in your area, I'm going to say, I'm coming to do a book signing.
Oh, you're darn straight you are. And we're going to set you up with a gorgeous table. We're going to promote you all over the place. Tell everybody you're in town, and we'll hook that up. Absolutely.
That would be so much fun. I want to tell you, we came through. We had to go up to New York for our granddaughter's wedding, and we came back down 95 and came down the Jersey Turnpike. And thank God I grew up driving in Atlanta traffic as a child, because my husband was about to come unwound, and I threatened to put him out because he was going to blow the horn because we weren't going anywhere. I said, we can only go one car at a time, and we're going one car at a time. And if you touch this horn, I'm putting your ass out, and you're walking to Florida. Because it was a parking. Well, it was a parking lot on a Sunday. There was nowhere to go.
And where was it?
On the Jersey Turnpike.
Oh, the Jersey Turnpike. You should try Route 18 off the Jersey Turnpike.
Yeah. So, I said, I'm putting you out if you don't just sit over there and be quiet. And then I threw food at him, and he was happy.
Feed the belly. Happy man.
I'm telling you. So just tell Laurie how you got started, because this has really interested her, and I'm glad she's here. And I'm sure she's got a couple of questions. But you did your first reading at a very young age, did you not?
Yeah. I mean, I've been channeling since I was about 9 years old, and that's with the writing and all. And, and back then, Yvonne, we didn't have computers, so everything was dictionaries and, and spiral notebooks. And, I'd write stuff I didn't even know what I was writing. Like, I remember clearly, I think it was 12 or something. I wrote the word pontifical retribution. I'm like, what? What does that even mean? And I didn't even know how to spell it. And I'm in the dictionary going, what? And my Webster's dictionary, I don't even think had one word. You know what I mean? Like crazy stuff, So it all started back then, and then, and it was all and of course, as I got older, it got more, intense and all that. And then finally, one day I just got fed up writing poetry. I'm done. I'm like, if you want to give it to me straight, or just don't give me it at all, because I'm tired of this encrypted stuff. Well, then out came that book of prophecy, right? I'm like, oh boy, be careful what you ask for, because that sucker got written. And then, but the readings, that was just coming. I would just walk up to people and be like, I got to tell you something, and just tell them. And then I'm like, what's wrong with me? What's going on? And when I first started doing the readings, I didn't even know, I'm like, what? I don't know how to do this. What am I doing? I don't know. And then, but I was pushed into it. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I can't charge people for this because you know what? I didn't even know, Yvonne, if I even like knew how to, you know what I mean, do it. So I don't know if you remember, but it was 1 year when I decided to, okay, well, I'm going to put it out there for everybody now, you know, instead of just like keeping it in my like, you know, immediate circles. And I put out on the internet, I put some, you know, a few advertisements out there. And I offered, legitimately, I gave free 15-minute reading. And there was no catch to it. It was a free 15-minute reading. And I did it by email or by phone or whatever, however, or in person sometimes if they were close. That year, I gave 400 free 15-minute readings.
Oh, my Lord,
yeah, no joke. And that was in between, you know, being a single mom, working full time, you know, all this. And I did 15 minutes for free, 400 readings. After that, I said, yeah, I'm done with the freebies. You know, I got it.
Time to get paid.
Yeah, right. So I just and that's how I got into it. I didn't even know how to do it, and I didn't know. Oh, and psychometry, right? I didn't even know what psychometry was. You know, I just for me it was just okay. I look at pictures and I could read the picture and tell you all about it. I didn't know there was a name for that. You know, I didn't know that was what psychometry.
I can do the same thing, and it scares me sometimes. I do that with Tombstone.
Yeah, it's the same idea. Yep. Yeah, it's called psychometry when you're reading the energy associated with a picture or an object.
And
yep.
you and Laurie, this kind of gets scary because I do genealogies and I can walk into a cemetery and pick up the energy. In fact, I was looking for a particular stone one time and I couldn't find it, so I just said, "Stop, Yvonne, just stop in the middle of the cemetery. Just stop. Close your eyes and just empty your mind." And this voice said, "Turn around and walk straight." The tombstone was behind me about 5 yards out.
Wow.
Scared the shit out of me.
That's when
until
you say,
I
okay,
realized. Yeah, until I realized, and the reason I couldn't find it is the name was on the other side. And then I realized that I had that ability that I could go into in the cemeteries and find what I needed just by being still.
Everybody has it. Everybody's intuitive. Everybody has the ability. It's just a matter of, you know, working it, you know, and making it, you know, prominent. You know,
and understanding it's okay. Yeah. Laurie just wrote me this note. She didn't say it out loud, but she said, "I once bought a citrine crystal that literally picked me. I was in a mystical store, and it was in a curio. I was admiring the crystal. I turned my back on it, and the curio door opened and bumped me in the back. And she knew then she was supposed to buy that crystal." Laurie, that's amazing. Laurie, you still with us?
Yeah, I
didn't
know if I did.
Yes, absolutely. Chime in, sweetheart. Chime in. So
yeah, it was really something. And, you know, the funny thing is, I had pulled on the door, but it was stuck, and I wasn't sure if it was locked or not. So I turned my back to ask the woman that owns the store. I wanted to ask her how much the crystal was, because it was a big chunk. And when I turned my back on the curio cabinet, now remember, I tried opening the door on my own and wouldn't budge. It was tight, so I thought it was locked. So I turned my back on the curio cabinet to ask the owner how much the crystal cost. And while I was talking to her, the curio door opened of its own accord and bumped me in the back. And I turned around, and I'm looking at this thing, and I'm like, wait a minute. Did I open that door and did I loosen it? You know, you do that to yourself. Like, how did this happen? This thing I was just pulling on this thing, trying to get it to open. and then it opened up on its own and bumped me in the back as if to say, don't walk off without buying me. You know, I knew when that happened. And I looked at the owner, and she's an psychic as well, and I talked to her about this, and she said, well, you know, that's what you're supposed to get that. And I said, yeah, I guess so. And I was drawn to it initially right from the get-go. So I guess
we have another caller. Let's see who this caller is. Hello, caller. This is Off the Chain with Yvonne Mason with my guest. They hung up, and I guess they didn't want to talk to us. Deborah, we ran them off already.
Oh, boy. They got scared. They ran. Yeah.
Yeah, they ran. But back to our conversation. Deborah, you're right. We all have it in us, but some of us choose not to, A, recognize it, or B, allow it to do its thing with us.
Exactly. And then some people want to ignore it and believe it doesn't exist. Like you said, like I know somebody who, like, especially when you're young, you're like, oh, come on, that stuff ain't real, you know, and whatever, you know, and you push it and you push it. But eventually, you know, you don't have a choice because it's going to make you do it. You know what I mean? You don't have a choice. Yeah.
I wondered for years and years and years and years and years why I was angry from the time I was a little bitty girl until I got grown. I was angry all the time. Well, when it dawned on me, dumbass, you're picking up all the energy from all the negative people in your life. When you put up boundaries and cut the negative out of your life, things are going to change. Well, damn if they didn't.
Yeah. Oh, you want to talk about anger? You want to hear something? Oh, my God. When I was little and I'm going, like, you know, grade school, like before grade school, I'm talking like, you know, just little. Oh, my God. I would get so mad. I was so angry, Yvonne. I was a little, you know, angry little pooper, you know. My neighbor used to love to taunt me, and he would go needle me, and I would go, oh, and I remember standing there feeling so mad, like my whole body would turn red, you know, and I would blow like the Hulk. I would scream and holler, and then his wife would say, "What are you doing? Stop!" You know, her poor mother. You know, because then he would leave me like that and laugh and send me home.
and you were picking up his anger.
Yeah.
He was an angry man, apparently.
Yeah. And I was just an angry little, you know what? I was angry. I was an angry kid. Maybe I just didn't want to be here.
And I couldn't figure out why until it dawned on me that I was picking up all of the frustration and anger and negative energy of the people that I was around.
Absolutely.
And a lot of it had to do within my own family, which was sad because I was the oldest of all of those children, and I shouldn't have had all of that. I shouldn't have had to have picked up all of that anger.
Well, the thing is, too, you didn't just pick up all of their anger. You had a lot dumped on you. So all of it, you know what I'm saying? So all of it was not there. It's not that it was all their anger. Some of it, rightfully so, was your own. You know what I'm saying?
Because being 2 years old and not knowing where you fit in the pecking order with a brother that's challenged and trying to figure it all out, you're right. There was a lot of anger there, and then dealing with my own and not knowing, and then dealing with the adults not knowing that they were going through their own thing. You're right. So you compound all that, and you got one screwed up kid. I'm surprised you do though.
Yeah, you do. And you know, and you don't know it when you're younger, and you don't even know you're doing it as you're getting older. But what's happening is you're reconciling, you're accepting, and you're okay. I'm going to accept this is happening, and then I'm going to figure out a way to work around this. I accept this is going on. Okay, this is in front of me. This is happening. I accept this. Now, how am I going to change this for myself?
And
you don't
and if I can't change it, how am I going to let it go?
Right, exactly. So you don't realize it. And then once you start making, and sometimes these decisions happen subconsciously, you don't even know they're happening. But all of a sudden, you end up in a place and all of a sudden your anger's gone. And it's mostly because you've accepted things and then you've done the work to either like you said, get rid of it or fix it. But it all starts with accepting. So your anger went away partially. It started to go away when you started to accept it. And from there, you were able to say, okay, I'm not going to let this affect me. You know what I'm saying? So then everything going on around you, like you said, you were able to not absorb it. But that first came acceptance. That's the important thing. And you did it. And you did, and look at you. You blossomed, You
if
did.
I can't fix it, go on down the road. I ain't got time for it.
Right, though. But look, look at. And you succeeded.
I did.
A lot of people. Yeah, you absolutely you did. And a lot of people don't get it. But they will.
And then they grow old and bitter.
Exactly. And why? People want different things. They don't like their situations, or they I don't like this situation. I can't change my situation, and da da da. Well, if you're in a situation that you cannot change, then the first thing you need to do is accept it, and accept that you can't change it, and accept that that's the way your life is right now. Once you accept things, then you'll see anger goes away. And the bitterness goes away.
Not only does the anger go away, Deborah, but one finds that one can find ways to make things simpler and less complicated.
Yeah.
Case in point, we know that my husband is dying. He and I have talked about it. We accept that. But I told him, I said, now, if you want to have your pity party, you go down that rabbit hole. But I'm not going down there with you, and you're not going to stay there long, because we can't go back and change and have what we had even last year. We can't go back. That's the past. We can't worry about the future because it's not here yet. We got today. Now, are you going to spend today in that rabbit hole, or are we going to spend today enjoying what we have with each other? I choose to enjoy what we have with each other. You want to stay in the rabbit hole, you're going to do it by yourself.
Absolutely. And you're right.
Once he processed it and came to that realization, the new normal we now have is so much easier.
Yeah, exactly. But that's a hard thing to swallow. We all know what's coming, but it's hard. And make no bones about it. I know you call it a rabbit hole and all that, but you know what? When it comes down to it, everybody copes with it in different ways too, and no matter how you slice it, it's hard. No matter how you slice it, it is. No matter how you want to look at it, no matter how you slice it, no matter, no matter what kind of phrases you want to put on it, it's hard. It's just not easy, But
then if it was easy, anybody could do it. Exactly.
But you are a remarkably strong woman. I have known you, I think it's 12 years. 12 years.
Yes, 12 years, yep.
Yep, 12 years. And, we've gone through a lot of messaging over these 12 years. And, you're like my best friend over there, But it's like, I'm like, oh, yeah, my friend Yvonne. You're like, who's that? I'm like, no, it's my friend, don't worry. But through all these years, and I've seen everything, because, we follow each other, and I've seen all this crap fall on you, and all this hard stuff, and you plow through, and you always come through shining at the other end, always.
Well, I can't tell my children, I can't tell my daughters to be strong if I'm not their example. That's like do as I say and not as I do. So. Yeah. And I come from strong stock. When your ancestry is from Scotland and Ireland, the women there had to be strong to survive.
Absolutely.
So there you go. Now, Lori, do you have, before our time runs out, because it's going to very shortly, do you have a question for Deborah? Lori's being quiet again. Maybe not.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Do you have a closing question for Deborah?
I do. I would like to, somewhere down the road, be able to purchase a house. Do you see that happening for me? Because it's been a rocky road for me.
Immediately I get number 2. Immediately. And it feels like 2 years. But yes.
Years. Great.
It feels like 2 years. It is a number 2 on it. Like I said, 2 can mean anything. But for me, it doesn't feel like 2 months. For me, that number 2, it doesn't even feel like February. For me, it feels like 2 years. But it's a number 2. But yes, you'll be able to get a house. And you're going to.
You know what? There's another job, Mertech. So it might be a job with Mertech. It might not be
okay.
Mer. Yeah.
But it's definitely that myrrh sound. It's definitely that myrrh. So if it's not the one, it's the other one. But it is definitely a woman. It's a female that says, yes, you're hired. So
great.
You know what I mean? But keep on these 2. And you got that number 8 around this?
And
what?
we're getting ready to run out of time. We got like 4 minutes left. And we have a caller. Caller, real quick, your name, please?
Hi, my name is Maddie.
Hi, Maddie.
And I'm calling from here in the hot Atlanta.
I know. I see that 770 area code.
Hello, how are you? Great.
I'm fine. Do you have a quick question for Deborah before we run out of time?
I don't have can Deborah just give me whatever she picks up, what energy she picks up around me?
What's your first name, hon?
Maddie.
Her name.
Maddie.
What's your month and day of birth?
1/7.
One thing I'll tell you, and keep it up because this is in a good way. You're a very stubborn woman. But I'm going to tell you this. You're stubborn in a good way, okay? So don't let your stubbornness get in the way of things. It's in a good way. You want to take that stubbornness that you have and apply it in a good way.
Right. Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Okay. You got family issues going on, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
I don't have time for specifics or anything like that. But it's regarding family, and it's and it's trying. So but what I want you to be careful of this. Okay, you have to be careful of something. Don't be too stubborn to where you end up making the situation like blow up in your face, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Like hypothetically. Is this making sense for you?
Yeah, it is making sense because I have issues with my daughter and her significant other and her grandson. Yes.
Okay, there you go. Yep. So that's exactly what I don't want to blow up in your face. The stubbornness, like we just talked about, you want to try to temper that, and you want to not have it blow in your face, which means don't bite your nose off to spite your face. If you have something to say, craft it before you say it. What you don't want to do is push everything away. You want them to accept what you're saying. You understand what I'm saying? So
right.
So the stubbornness is, you know what I mean? So the stubbornness, that's your strong point. Take it and be constructive with it. Okay? And then when you do that, you're going to see that the issues that are going on are going to start getting better because your daughter is your twin. Basically, like that, and so she's like, well, you raised her. Yeah.
I hear you.
Hold that thought, ladies, just a minute. Quickly tell them where you can be found. We can continue this in for a few minutes in the archive show, but we're going to run out of time and go off air. I want people to know where you can be found, so if they want to reach you, they can. So real quick, tell them where you can be found.
Website is Spirit Cove, COVELLC.com.
And ladies and gentlemen, she is the real deal. I want to thank her so much. I love this woman with all my heart. She knows my soul.
I love you.
And I love you the most. And she will come back. I know she will if I ask her. So join us next week when we start up again at 8 o'clock on Wednesday, 8 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time. We got a whole new bunch of folks coming on. check Deborah out. I want to thank Deborah so much for coming on. I want to thank Laurie for calling in, Maddie for calling in. All of y'all hang on when the show goes dark because we'll talk for just a few more minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank each of you for joining us tonight, and understand this. People will forget what you look like. They'll forget your name. They'll forget what you're wearing, but they will never, ever, ever forget how you make them feel. And I want everyone to understand that it is very important that when they leave this show tonight, whether as a listener, as a caller, as a guest, that they understand they are the most special person in the room. Without each of you, this would not be a show. And I appreciate and adore each and every one of you. Also, if you want to achieve greatness, don't ask permission. Go do it. And with those last words, this is Off the Chain. I'm your host, Yvonne Mason, with Deborah Simpson and crew in tow, and we wish you all a wonderful, wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Until Wednesday night, we say good night.
Good night.
Good night. I love that.
Yvonne, you still there?
Yes, it's counting down, and we just lost one caller. I didn't want to drop her off, but we lost. I think we lost Lori. I wanted her to stay on for a minute, but y'all just stay on. Now we're in the archive show, so you can finish your reading with Maddie if you want to, and it's going to show up in the archive part of the show. But tomorrow, tonight when the show goes up in archives, I'm going to put the link up and tag you in it, and you can share it with everybody. And then tomorrow I'll put all the other links up for the podcast so you can share those as well.
Awesome.
And Maddie,
okay,
Maddie, if you want to friend me on Facebook, then you can also get the links and share them with everybody and let them know you've been on the show and had a reading.
Okay, I will.
When you friend me, my profile picture is a cover of one of my books called Do You Dare. So just friend me and I'll accept the friendship. But if you want to spend an extra few minutes, Deborah, if you have time and finish the reading with her, I'm game. It's up to you.
Sure. I mean, I'll finish real quick. I think Maddie knows exactly what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, I do, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say too much because, this is going to go out to potentially who knows how many people. But okay. But like I was saying, you want to temper what you say because ultimately you need your daughter or you need your family, if your daughter specifically, but you need everybody to kind of, you know what, and I don't, they need to get it together. Right? Make sense?
Oh, yeah, they definitely need to get it together, yes.
You see what I'm saying? You're the backbone, you're the stubborn, right? But you don't want to say like you know how if you and I'm making this up, if you tell a kid, don't marry that person's bad for you, you know what that kid's going to do? They're going to turn around and say, oh yeah, watch me, and they're going to do it just to spite you, right?
They're going to do it, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right.
You say don't do it, and they do just the opposite. Yes.
Exactly. That's the kind of thing I'm trying to explain to you. You know what I mean about how to handle the situation. Mm-hmm. Your daughter's gonna be okay. She's stubborn. She's got to come into her own. She's got to make it like it's her own idea. There's some trouble that they're facing or could be facing. Okay. You know what that is, correct?
Yeah, I do. Yes. Mhm.
Okay. And you're just worried like heck that that's going to actually hit. Make sense?
Yeah. Basically, her significant other is basically an alcoholic.
There you go.
Mhm.
Okay. And the trouble's going. Something. Let's put it like this: there's change coming. Okay.
I hope it's for the better.
There's change coming. She's standing like on the edge of she's standing like, I feel like it's on the edge. That's why it's so important for you to not push her over that edge, because that's going to push her right into him, and that's going to be a bad situation. Okay, so you got to...
Well, I'll just sit on my tongue.
Right. Be there for her. Be there for her.
Yeah.
Don't pass judgment, which is normally okay, but in your case it won't be. You know what that's what I mean by the stubbornness, right?
Right.
Right. So just temper yourself. Be there for her. Breathe, relax, do whatever you got to do to keep yourself calm, keep your blood pressure low. Okay. She's gonna figure it out. You gotta let her do that on her own time. What's the thing with the word John? Like not John, John, but like a Jan, like a John. Do you know something with that?
His
Jay.
Her significant other name is Jay, Jay.
Oh, okay. Okay, so then we're talking about that guy. Okay. Yeah, because it sounds, yeah, okay. Yeah, so that's exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. He's, something's going to happen. There's trouble coming. And that trouble, I think, is going to be the catalyst to move her in the direction she needs to be.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, yes.
Okay. So this trouble that you're worried about is going to kind of hit the fan. Maybe not as bad as you think it's going to, but it's going to hit enough to where it moves her. Right? Because, like I said, she's on that edge. And
yeah, I think she's on the edge. Yeah, she's on the edge because I left there about a half an hour ago or more, and they're having barbecue, and he was sitting in the way, and I heard her talk to him very ruthless. Move, get out of my way, and I kind of just pulled off and laughed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's on the edge. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
Just always remind her when you talk to her that you're here for her.
Yes.
Okay? Always remind her, say, baby, whatever you decide, whatever you do, I'm here for you, whatever you need. Just keep reminding her that. That gives her the backbone to do what she needs to do when the poopy hits that fan.
Okay.
Okay?
Because I said to her today, I say, you know what? I said, if you guys gonna continue going like you do, you need to sit down and write the pros and the cons, and see if the pros outweigh the cons, and maybe God has something else in store for you.
Yes, He does.
Great.
But there's human will. Okay.
There's human will, yes.
So I could tell you anything until the day is long, but if a decision is made that totally contradicts what I'm seeing for now, how everything changes.
Oh yeah.
You know how it is. But right now, she's on that teeter-totter, and you just gotta don't ever tell her what to do. Nothing. Just say, "Baby, I'm here for you. I'm here for you."
Yeah.
And if she calls you, like, "Ma, I give up, blah, blah, blah," and she wants to complain about it, you say, "Baby, I know. Listen, you got some tough challenges. You got some tough things coming, and whatever it is you decide, I'm here for you. Don't even give your opinion."
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because it's that fragile of a moment.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's going to be okay.
Oh, great. I just hope that.
So, Maddie, did that help you?
Yeah, that did help me. She hit it right on. She really did. And the grandson, he's a little rambunctious too, because I think he picked up a lot of negative energy from the significant other. And I thought, but anyway, but I think.
Now he's young. What is he, like 3 years old?
No, he's like 11.
Why does he feel like he's 3? He's
because
young.
he probably has a mind like a 3. He has what they call ADHD. His energy level, and he can be very angry when things don't go his way. He won't his way or no way. He get very angry and
okay, so it's like a 3-year-old emotional state, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a very young emotional. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Maddie, you will friend me, so I can tag you, so you can listen to the show again and share it.
I will. And what is her name? I'm looking at Blog Talk Radio page, but I don't see her name.
Her name is Deborah Simpson.
Deborah.
The name of the show is Off the Chain.
Off the Chain?
Mhm.
Wow. I'm looking at Veil of the Moon, the New Beginnings and Sun and Magic.
No, that's not mine.
Why not listen?
If you go to Blog Talk Radio and type in Off the Chain, that's my show, and Deborah's a guest on my show tonight.
Off the Chain. Wow. That is CHANGE?
No, CHAIN.
Oh, okay, I got you. Wow. Well, that's strange. That came up. Oh no, I see. No. It's me. I clicked over. This is a show that's coming up.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm confused now.
Well, you got a reading. You will be heard by over 150,000 people in over 200 countries, because that's how many listeners we have with all the podcasts I put it up on. And when you friend me, I'll send you the link, and you can share it and tell people you were on live radio.
I will. But wow, that is strange. That is envy, jealousy, and shame. The green eye monsters.
Nope, that's not me.
That's the number I call. Well, Blog Talk got it all construed.
They could have.
Yeah, but you see, you called into a better show. You called into a better one, Maddie.
Absolutely. See? There you go. But they're going to cut us off here shortly, so I am going to let you two ladies go. Deborah, thank you, my darling, for spending an hour with me, even though you're exhausted.
Thank you so much.
You.
I love you, honey. Thank you.
I love you too. And I bet now you're rejuvenated, right? We pulled our energy sources together, and now we're unstoppable.
Now, what's her last name again, please? Deborah.
My last name is Simpson. Her last name is Simpson.
S-I-P-S-O-N.
S-I-M-P-S-O-N.
Okay. And that's D-E-B-O-R-A-H?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got it. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And when you friend me, the cover of my book, Do You Dare, is my profile picture. That because there's several Yvonne Masons out there, but you'll know it's me because you'll see the cover of my book, Do You Dare.
Okay. I will look that up now before I cut the computer off. All right.
Okay. All right, Miss Deborah. I love you, my unstoppable friend. You are wonderful, and I can't wait to bring you back. And maybe next time we'll do an hour-and-a-half show.
Awesome. I love you, honey.
Bye.
Bye, Maddie. Nice talking to you.
Bye, Maddie. All right, my darling. Talk to you later.
Required listening with Amazon Music.
Dad music again?
The greatest guitarist of all time.
Wait, who?
Alexa, add this song to a new playlist.
Sure, what's the new playlist name?
Jack's Intro to Classic Rock.
Adding Stepping Stone by Jimi Hendrix to Jack's Intro to Classic Rock playlist.
Amazon Music, the simplest way to listen to the music you and soon he will love. New customers start your 30-day free trial at AmazonMusic.com. Renews automatically, cancel anytime.
Motivation with Amazon Music.
You're still in bed? Didn't you go running?
Oh, I overslept. I'll go tomorrow. I'm getting in the shower.
Alexa, set an alarm for 5 a.m. tomorrow to hard rock music.
Okay, I'm up.
The right song exactly when you need it. Amazon Music, the simplest way to listen to the music you love. New customers start your 30-day free trial at AmazonMusic.com. Renews automatically, cancel anytime.